Chalk this up as another reason your boy does not vote. One, because you'd be standing in line with a bunch of idiots, and I hate standing in line. New GOP New York representative. Yeah, I forgot the name. I'll look it up here shortly. But he was trending yesterday for literally lying about everything on his apparent resume, where he went to college, where he worked on Wall Street, and nobody knew until 2 months after he was elected. Okay, very good.
Was it New York Representative Ben Geller?
That's what I was wondering. Ben's probably like, I'm moving up the rankings, and now I'm starting to think, wait, what is Ben's? All of a sudden, what are his accolades to where he's the youngest representative or something? What, having a boil at lunch that one time? I don't know what happened there.
No, that reminds me of the story of that like fake doctor who
Sure.
hung like fake diplomas on his wall and had no medical experience, but acted as a doctor for like a year before getting caught. And it just goes to show that, a fake resume can get you far.
That's what I'm saying. How would you have the nuts to do that? And is like, is this the easiest thing ever? Just being a con man? I don't get it, especially in the age of social media. I don't know how this happened.
Mm-hmm. I think, especially like if you're in a job that's not in the public eye, like a fucking politician, no one would probably ever find out, really.
Yeah, no kidding.
Dude, fucking Epstein lied about a bunch of shit. If you watch the documentary about a bunch of shit to get him where he was on Wall Street, like
Sure.
he completely lied about all his experience. So
It's crazy. You
Yeah.
fake it until you make it, I guess.
Yeah.
So this will be our last episode of the year. Hope everyone has a happy holidays coming up. We got Snowmageddon here in Minneapolis. The boys are back in STL. Wish I could be there. I'm going to Cali next week, so we'll be off next week and then back for the new year. All right. Well,
San Jose.
yeah. So we're going to Paso Robles or something like. So it's going to be. We're meeting up in San Jose where my sister-in-law lives, and then we're traveling to like a resort or an Airbnb. They literally have like a full agenda of what we're doing, and everything is just winery. I was about to put in myself golf. Freaking sneaking the sticks out there. I'll tell you that much. Let's see here. Okay, well, let's go down to Dallas. The Aaron Judge home run ball that I shunned you guys for not going and trying to catch. This guy fumbled the bag a little bit. He's offered $3 million like the day after for the ball, turns it down, which I thought at the time was a good move. And then he must have just like panicked, was like, wait, when do I get money? Because he eventually sells at auction this past week or the week before for 1.5. Pretty good, but not what it could have been, right?
I think I'm taking the 3 mil. Just give it to me. I mean,
there wouldn't be a shred of doubt where you're just like, wait, what could people are paying mills for a ripped baseball card of Mickey Mantle. Like, think about how much this guy should have held on for maybe a couple of years. But then again, he's a 20s, 30-year-olds. He probably wants instant cash in the millions.
Mm-hmm. He's a VP at Fisher Investments in Dallas.
Wait, that's right. He's also rich. Like,
not short on money, but
maybe he wanted the quick money because it's a good time to invest.
Yeah. I'm in your boat, Dylan, though. I feel like I would have turned down the 3 mil at first too, even though it's a lot of money. I feel like it would have come for more than that.
No, I mean, this is a historic ball that, think about Roger. Roger, was there even color back when Roger Maris broke the TV or broke the record on TV? It's like, so imagine what this could be in 50 years or even where we're going to be in 50 years. But yeah, it's the age of instancy. So he's like, hey, I got to get, would this be a bet? Is this kind of going to lose his job because he just made such a poor investment and he's an investment banker?
Could be.
Who knows? All right, this is crazy as we dive into some television. Did you see this show that is apparently coming out? I think it's on Netflix, and the jig, basically, like the whole gist of the show is you can watch it in any order.
Yeah, I've seen that, and it has a different outcome, like how you watch it.
So you look different outcome for any order you watch in the 8 episodes, which is a slightly. I hope it's good because it could be genius to where you are just imagine the watch time for that show if it's good. People are just going to be binging it every single algorithmic way.
I can't imagine it's good unless like AI's got, I guess if AI's got an upper hand on us, but like, dude, that's so like how that my mind can't even wrap around that, how it can like any order you watch it in, it makes sense.
I think it's going to be a huge experimental thing for sure, like the
Bingo.
Black Mirror movie was, which sucked, I thought.
Yeah.
I just started watching Black Mirror because I was one of the guys that
I
missed out on
love
it.
that show. That
Yeah.
show is great. Except for the last season, kind of sucks. The show is great, but the movie I did not care for. How far are you in Black Mirror?
So I kind of pieced around. I watched I watched the one with the guy from Jordan Peele's movie, who's the famous black actor who's in it. He's in the biking one. I don't know his name,
but I know what you're talking. That's I think the second episode of season 1.
Yeah, that was crazy. I mean, it's just like I almost like stopped and kind of just jumbled around because it's just really fucked up shit.
I'll send you my favorite episodes. I have a list of I'll send you like my top 5.
Yeah, all right, sounds good. Yeah, because I watched the first season, part like second, third. I watched the John Hamm one, which was crazy. Him is like that was funny.
Yeah,
it was a relationship guy, but then it got confusing. Like it was good.
There's only one episode in that whole. Well, you can make the argument for 2. There's only 2 episodes of that are like feel good.
Right. Okay. Yeah, it's just like it's intensely cringe, and then it's also just like shit, you know. Like the way the guy who is rewatching all the memories, it's like, oh my god, that was crazy. I haven't seen the robot dog one. Maybe that's one I have to check out.
That one's fucked up.
I've only seen the one where the dude is doing something to the pig, and
that's the first one. You have to get by that one.
Sucked ass.
Yeah, it's a hard watch, but it is, you know. Well, here's my reasoning for why I think this could be a massive hit. I don't even know what the show is called, but maybe it's Yellow. That doesn't make sense, but so where are you guys at on the White Lotus?
I just finished season 1.
I still have 2 episodes left of season 1.
All right, so I went back and watched season 1. Season 1 was good. I was glad I went back. Season 2 is, you guys are in for a treat. Like it takes it up to the whole. I think it's loads better. Like they literally, it's awesome. So you're in for a treat if you're watching at this break. There are so many nuggets. Like think Game of Thrones. Like there's a lot of nuggets. There's a lot of nuggets in the White Lotus, and it's in both seasons. And that's why I think people like you see so many things on TikTok, kind of just like breaking down different videos for people. It's like, oh, did anyone notice this? And all the fan conspiracy theories. Imagine all the fan conspiracy theories that are going to come out of a show you can watch in 8 different ways, you know, where everyone's going to have to find them.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll keep an eye on that. Okay, yeah. So enjoy the White Lotus season 2 because it's going to be awesome. Season 1 was good. I think season 2 is way better. All right, so I really don't talk about kind of like, I don't know, marijuana, drinking anymore because I work for high schools doing broadcasting here and I, don't want to broadcast that. But I'm also an adult and this is a mature podcast and I like talking about things and this is a learning experience. I just find it fascinating how it's like where we're at in society where it's like alcohol was once prohibited. Now that's obviously the most popular thing. Bars, marijuana was this, thing that no one did. And then kids did it. And then now it's being sold in stores, but selectively by state. And it just got me thinking where it's like, wait, isn't that kind of weird where it's like, all right, even if you're living in a state where it's illegal, don't we kind of assume that it's going to be legal? Like eventually with speaking with pot. But then you also look and it's like, wait a second, across the world, China, you couldn't have kids at one point. Like that was literally against the law. Iran, imagine being a woman there. And it's just weird how it's like where we're in society in the 21st century, but still just so displaced amongst the world.
The Taliban just made it illegal in Afghanistan for women to attend college.
Like, it's so fucked up. But everyone has a different viewpoint of the life. I like how America's kind of figuring out. First, we were there with democracy, like, hey, let everyone live their life. But now it's even like with recreational stuff. They're like, hey, let's let people live their life. And I love the pot versus alcohol debate because it's like alcohol could kill you. Marijuana, you could have a really bad time, but from doing it that can't kill you, But now, so what I'm kind of backwards getting to is mushrooms. Never had done them before, and now they're literally being sold recreationally in stores too, right? And I was like, I'm not trying to trip. I don't like not being part of my own reality. It was insane. It was insane. Like, I just want to
Well,
detail kind of stuff about it. Yeah, like it's in chocolate now. Like,
yeah,
it's
okay.
literally in the recreational form. And like I took like the smallest dose. Like, there's podcasts about it too. I just went down a rabbit hole researching it. And it was like, I took one chocolate, okay, nothing after an hour, took two more chocolates, and then I was in Neverland. Like, I'm talking, I started petting my dog for an hour. Like, I love music. Music was a whole different sensation for me. Like, it was crazy. And then like just watching the Amazon Fire Stick kind of changing of fire images.
The screensaver of the Fire Stick. Yeah.
It was euphoric. And I just kind of was thinking, it's like, wow, because it is recreational. It's like, yeah, obviously, if you don't do it irresponsibly, but if you have nothing to do, if you're a war veteran that struggles with shit like that, like, I could see how this really does help people. And then it gets into the whole debate of like, because that's obviously even more taboo. Oh my God, mushrooms, as opposed to pot. But I don't know, just your general thoughts on that.
No, yeah, it's a good time for sure. My experience has been with the chocolate as well, on the beach in Florida, and that was incredible. Music also is insanely heightened. I think I've read about it quite a bit. And I think someone good to talk to about, Joey was sending me stuff about how it helps with like anxiety and helps people get off Adderall and stuff like that. So
that's another point too, is like what's prescribed, what isn't. Coffee is a drug, alcohol's a drug, but it's just like, and that's the other thing too, is like, okay, it's just it's a whole mind fuck to me. It's like we literally have bars, like we have popular spots to consume something that is way more dangerous than stuff that is illegal in terms of alcohol.
I was thinking Joey would be a good guest to have on to talk about microdosing, because doesn't he do that?
Well, that's what's interesting too, because like, so that's what got me interested in the podcast Macrodosing, right? Which came out with PFT and Arian Foster. It was like, wait, what? Okay. Well, now like I totally understand it, where it's like, yeah, if you want to just take, the half gram and just have it, be about it just levels you off from anxiety. Yeah, it's fascinating. I don't know. But just food for thought. And again, it's just like, I think it's cool that at least America's starting to wake up to where it's like, hey, if this doesn't kill you, if this isn't bad, because the other thing too is like, people love alcohol. Alcohol's great, but you could feel so shitty about it the next day.
Oh my God.
Where it's like, and they're almost the same. It's like euphoria. It's euphoric, but the next day you're just, you're the same person. And alcohol, it is weird how alcohol can make you violent, and still like that's like fine.
Is it recreational in Minnesota?
No, we don't even have marijuana here. Like it's decriminalized, but there's all the politics. Like we don't even have sports gambling here, because it's tied up in all the tribes.
I hope they do it. Make it recreational everywhere. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just like wake up.
What? At least medical everywhere. Like
exactly
to help like vets and stuff like that. That'd be cool.
And it's just like, why would it's just so asinine to me, where it's like one part of the United States and it's like, hey, this is fine. The others is like, yeah, you know what? I know that state's doing it, but we're not.
Yeah.
I don't
so
get
weird to me. Did you guys see, like, for example, the guy who drinks the cranberry juice and listens to Dreams by Fleetwood Mac on his
I miss him.
He got arrested in Idaho for marijuana a couple days ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's like visiting different countries, and yeah, like Dakotas, South Dakota passed marijuana, and then Kristi Noem's dumbass literally like took it up through the Supreme Court. It was like, no, you can't do that. That was 2 years ago.
Oh my God.
I mean, Dogface literally wears a slick of wax around it and on a necklace around his neck. Like the dude's probably like, all right, this dude's probably fried.
Yeah, literally.
As like a pendant, it's just like a thing of wax.
All right. Well, I hope everyone enjoys their Christmas and holiday break. Again, my custom heart. It's all I use for my gifts now. If you want to use it for Christmas, 30% off. Code Dylan, DYLEN. If you want to get a head start on Valentine's Day, it's there for you as well. The jewelry is fantastic. I just got their candles, which are gas. Support the people that support us, my friends at My Custom Heart. Promo code Dylan, DYLEN, 30% off. Jack, did you check into GPT at all?
Yes, I did. I was playing around with it a little bit. It is pretty fucking insane. I mean,
Okay.
like, it's just like I also saw like a video on TikTok that someone, well, me, I was just like trying to get the hang of it. I was like, I saw like the example it gave was like write a slogan for a ice cream shop, and it like writes like some like slogan like that you want to. So I was like trying out different like businesses and random shit like that. Well, like it has all this capability of like I saw this dude on TikTok like copy and pasted like the transcript from like someone giving like a TED talk, and it said like put this in sentence bullet point like summary that like I can understand, and it like completely just like took all the main points from it and like made it to where you can just like read it really quick. So like that could change the game, number one, for like studying for people. That's crazy. And then I saw this, what other thing that was fucking nuts is one of those dudes who do like threads on Twitter of like how to like make your life more productive, or like seven habits from like CEOs. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like people who give like advice on like life advice on Twitter.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. This dude made this like 7 like highly effective like habit like type thread, and someone on TikTok was like, this was one of my favorite threads this dude's ever made. And he came out a couple of days later and said he made it with ChatGPT. He just said just like that one, like he makes all his own threads, but this one certain thread,
He just tested it out.
He's like, I thought this one was so good, and then he came out and said he was testing to see, and he was like, write me 7 like effective habits of humans, and like, and it.
I wanted to get your update, and yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I don't know what I would even test in it. I feel like it just could do so much for you.
Like I want to test it for like maybe like it can write a better email for me for like work
or like a sales. Yeah, it's
yeah.
like, hey, how to what should I open with if I'm calling this place?
Yeah,
there's for sure going to be kids using it to write essays.
Oh my god!
And I just want to see how that works.
Well, or essays, or it's like, hey, chapter 1 biology. Give me as Jack was saying, give me the best parts of the chapter. What I need to know.
Like you could be in class, like on biology test, like tell me the main parts of a nucleus, and it'll like list it all out.
Now flip it on the other side. Teachers are about to be hopping on the shit. Make me a test on Bio 101. Here you go. Print. It's gonna be insane. All right. I'll do some research too. I might check it out. We'll see. Good stuff. And let's close out the year on a strong note with the Tea with Jack D here on Wingin' It.
All right. See what we got. All right. Elon made a poll saying that he will resign as Twitter CEO if should he, yes or no, and he will abide by what the answer is. So he said he's going to step down and only run the software and the systems. And I saw some dude be like, you guys are idiots. Now he just has less work and he still owns the company. He's just going to put someone else's face like on it.
It's been an interesting journey. Like there was randomly where Twitter just banned or suspended the journalists who were literally just writing about Elon. And then anyone posting, like that's what got me freaked out. Anyone posting links to other social accounts was like, it's like, what? How am I going to cross promote, Instagram or Spotify or like the podcast? But yeah, it seems like it's very overwhelming for him. So he makes this poll. Hey, it's funny. He loves polls. He's like, yeah, I'm going to do anything based on polls. Should I, step down? Yes or no? It was like 50. I mean, there was like 20 million votes. It's crazy. Yeah. Yes. And then he was silent for a little bit. And he's like, okay, I will step down and name a new CEO. So interesting to see who he picks. Probably going to be Antonio Brown or someone, or Ligma.
Imagine like interviewing with fucking Elon, like for CEO or something. Like, how do you even? I don't know.
No, that's a great point.
Yeah. The UK government is saying that sharing your Netflix password is illegal and people can be charged with fraud because of it.
Come on. I hear this like every other 3 months.
I know, but the UK government, not us. But
sure. Still. I saw on TikTok or New York Times said it was like, and this had started back in 2020, but it's like no government official can have TikTok. because they're worried about national security.
There are data breaches on TikTok, though. I am a believer in that. My shit got fucking when I got.
That's right.
They definitely have They have all my shit.
I'm so desensitized that I'm logging into my Discover credit card account, and Safari's like, this password has appeared in a data leak. You want to change it? I'm like, nah.
Yeah,
like I'll check it. I'll make sure someone ain't using my shit.
I'm like, someone probably has my social somewhere.
My password's also the same for fucking everything, so I'm not gonna change that.
Mine are like the same 3 variations and I got hit with that too about Gemini the other day, like the trading platform, that there was a breach. I was like, all right, whatever.
That's a problem for future Dylan.
Adidas has filed the patent to re-release the patent for the Yeezy silhouette of the sneaker, because they're about to start re-releasing them without they're just going to call them 350 V2s without the Yeezy name. Because
I never hopped on. I never bought Yeezys, but I know they were super viral. Like, is this gonna change anything for people?
I'm interested to see if like how like people who are in like hype beasts, who are into like shoes and clothes, if they like think it's like cool to have like the original ones,
right?
Like with the whole Kanye thing. Like normally that would be something they'd be like, oh, this is cool to have. They don't make them anymore. But like with the whole Kanye thing, like
I saw a TikTok last night. That's the other thing too, is on the mushrooms, you could just go down everything's funny on TikTok. But it's like this guy is it's some kid, like a 13-year-old, is like, he brings in a pair of shoes, and I'm not a shoe guy. It's kind of like cars. And this guy's like, all right, what you got for me? He has like a YouTube channel. He takes out he looks at the box, he's like thumbing it. He's licking the shoe, like he's doing all this weird shit. And he goes, nah, man, these are fake. And the kid's like, nah, man, you're tripping. These are real. he's like, well, yeah, do you ever see? He's like, no, it's on my mom's phone. They're from StockX. He's like, all right, I'll just sell them somewhere else. He's like, that's crazy. Everyone's scamming.
Yeah. I haven't listened to it yet, but the OJ Simpson was on the Nelk Boys podcast. They were like asking him about if he's like all the like if he's Khloe Kardashian's father, and like if he thinks the killer's still out there. But
I don't know because OJ looks like he's been bullshitting the entire world for so long. He's just gonna bullshit these kids, or it's like, what are we gonna learn from this interview? But that is a crazy get,
And then Bob Menery came out with this. He's like, I can never tell what's true with them, but he came out and said that OJ had like approached them a while ago and like said like he'll come on if they pay him $100K.
Yeah, they paid him for the interview just to get OJ going. Hey, that was fun. Hey, can I pop one of those? He like literally didn't even know what a seltzer was, and he's just drinking. He's like, yeah, that's pretty good.
And then they were there. I saw the clip that their rental car was late, and Steiny's like, "Fuck, it's coming, it's coming!" And they go out there, and it's a Ford Bronco from like this. And that's what. And Kyle's like, all right, because he was already mad at Steiny for being late. He's like, all right, I mean, like, this is funny, but like, this isn't like, I don't know if we should do this or not. And they rolled up to the interview in an old 90s Bronco.
I'm fucking dead.
Yeah. So, funniest thing I think Steiny's ever done.
And fucking, they had that cockfighting.
That was a prank.
Yeah.
He was a real estate agent. He's like, yeah, you can do a lot in here, and it's just like 50 people in the middle of a cockfight.
Dude, Bob Memory's an odd dude. Like, yeah, he's like trying to air the laundry. He's just taking like a video for somebody. He's like, buddy, I'm gonna, so this guy's fucking my girl. I'm gonna buy you a shot. It's like,
yeah, he always looks like coked out too. Yeah. But I do think some of the Nelk Boy shit is pretty fucking funny. Like when Kyle, like when he went the Balenciaga shit, he went in the Balenciaga store with the bondage gear on and applied for a job.
That was hilarious.
I didn't see that. I got.
Dude, he's like, well, all right, I'm gonna leave my resume right here, and he's in like full like the gear. It's funny.
That's hysterical.
I thought my turbulence was bad the other day flying to St. Louis, but 36 people were injured after overly severe turbulence on a Hawaiian Airlines flight. 20 of the passengers had to go to the emergency room. I saw a video on TikTok of the plane, and there's like fucking like holes where like the mask comes down for people's like head hitting it and stuff.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Luggage flying everywhere. I weirdly like turbulence. I don't know. I just feel like there's so many people on the plane. I'm like, come on, this happens every day. It's like a roller coaster feeling.
Dude, I mean, I don't know. Mine was this kid next to me was like, "Is this normal?" I'm like, "Dude, I'm fucking freaking out just as much as you are, so don't talk to me." Vlad, the Ukraine president, I don't know how to say his last name.
Yeah.
So Zelensky is apparently, or not apparently, he is visiting Washington D.C. today. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just think that's-
Another, 4 billion aid pack. I feel like we've given them 20 bill,
Yeah.
in the last 2 months or last 2 years.
Well, I saw something interesting on TikTok that like people don't realize that like we did that with some other country during World War II, and it's literally like called like a lease and loan or something. I forgot what it's called.
Oh,
but
okay.
The UK took some from us in World War II, and they just paid us off last year.
That's
So
crazy.
like, basically, it's like you're just indebting a country to you like forever.
Sure, with like interest, I'm sure.
Yeah. Messi World Cup was fucking insane. So cool. Such
Bananas.
a good game. He became the most liked picture on Instagram, him holding the World Cup photo. I did not know the most liked picture before that was just an egg, a picture of an egg.
Yeah.
And people were going to unlike it to make Messi the most liked. He ended up blowing it out of the water. And then the parade there was fucking nuts. 4 million people.
They had to be helicoptered.
Yeah. And Messi apparently still is like having trouble even getting into his own house there because there's so many people outside.
Did you see the video of him just going through his phone in the locker room after?
Yeah.
Dude just won the World Cup. He's like so many. What was I gonna say? I forgot.
Yeah, and then first shark attack in a while. A 60-year-old woman in Maui was killed by a shark. You don't really hear about those very often anymore.
Turbulence doesn't freak me out, but sharks do.
Yeah.
I'm not an ocean guy.
The show TLC or the channel TLC, which used to do like home improvement stuff, and like John and Kate Plus 8 is releasing a show like Love Island, but it's called MILF Manor, where
Yes.
a bunch of MILFs go and it's younger men. But I watched the trailer and it said it's with a twist, and it shows at the end the women's face are like, is it their sons?
Apparently, people think the twist is that it's going to be their sons.
That's what I think.
What?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Then what are they gonna do? Just 8 episodes of them together? Like
You're gonna like mix and match their. I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Going after each other's sons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, miss me with that.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna tap in for at least one episode.
The Learning Channel.
Yeah. A hippo swallowed a 2-year-old boy in Africa or Uganda and threw him back up, and he lived, like no injuries or anything. So that's kind of crazy.
That's fucked.
Hippos are the most deadly and angriest animals.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then for suggestions, I want to watch this show called George and Tammy. That's about this power couple, old country singers. That's apparently really good. It's like a Pam and Tommy type thing. And then Wednesday. I loved Wednesday. About Addams Family. Wednesday.
Oh, okay. I haven't seen it.
Oh, on Netflix, Tim Burton's new show. It's like an 8-episode thing. It's great. It's Brendan. I can't get Brendan to watch it, but it's really good. And
why is Brendan out?
He was so mad about the idea of it when I first saw it.
No, I just have other shows I want to watch first.
Okay, we'll put it on the list, and then I have White Lotus, and then I have 1923. I watched the first episode of that. That's the part of the Yellowstone world. It's better than the 1883 already.
Okay,
because it's like about the Prohibition and like people from the East Coast like migrating to the West to party during the Prohibition. So that's kind of interesting. And then the Harry and Meghan documentary, very interesting to learn about all that and how you kind of get a look at like how much they're really just puppets in the royal family, and it's about them getting out. And then Friday night, Knives Out comes out on Netflix.
That's what I'm hype about. I've had that marked down forever. Yeah. I'm gonna check that out.
Too. Yep.
What did I have here? Have you guys seen Eternal Sunshine of a Spotless Mind?
With Jim Carrey?
Yeah.
I've never seen it, but I know what it is.
I started watching it. I think I'm gonna finish it. It's apparently highly rated, but it's interesting. Taxi Driver's on my list. Should I watch that?
I want to watch it. I've never seen that too, but apparently it's one of De Niro's best
ever.
All right,
I'll have to give that a go. Glass Onion, I'm fucking hype. I have Black Panther 2 on my list, but I'm gonna kind of wait until I'm not going to a theater to see that, but we'll see. That's a Marvel movie. Yeah, and that's basically it. Again, I'm excited. I'm excited for freaking. What's up?
I was gonna say I just watched this movie in theaters called The Menu. Have you?
Oh yeah,
I told Jack about it. It was actually really good. If you watch the preview, you have no idea what the fuck it's about and what to expect.
yeah.
And then like 1/3 of the way through the movie, you still don't know what's going on, and then just like shocking thing happens out of nowhere. You're like,
Okay,
holy, it's pretty good.
I see this movie trending on IMDb all the time. The Whale.
It's Brendan Fraser plays a dude who's like, it's
Yeah.
like his first movie in years. Plays a dude who's like 500 pounds.
Right.
It's
Interesting.
apparently super sad about his life, but apparently it's like it was getting standing ovations at like film festivals and stuff.
Really? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Content season. Good stuff. All right. Enjoy the holidays. Thanks, boys. Bunker down for some snow, some holidays, and the new year. All right. Talk to you guys later.